Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Night live stream. So, as some of you guys may know, I know I talked about it a little this morning, but there's been a lot of shit kind of going on in the background. I talked about it on Discord, kind of kept you guys on the loop. I don't really want to get into it, but yeah, like, the stuff's there. Definitely recommend you go join the Discord. But it's probably why you're seeing a lot of the repetition of the games being like the same things. We're jumping back into some D2R tonight. Hopefully gonna make it into Act 4. I will admit, if we end up falling, I did over the weekend, like Queen wanted to pick up a DLC for The Sims. So I also picked up the Warlock DLC for Diablo 2, Resurrected. So our next hardcore character will have those benefits because, oh my god, the story just doubled the space and there's extra slots for things like the gems and stuff like that. It's like, oh, it's so nice. But yeah, welcome in everyone. If you guys recall, last time we were playing with Midnight Sun on our hardcore plus 8, which if you don't know is it's scaled for 8 players instead of just 1. We're heading into the end of Act 3. So, yeah. We were in the sewers. And, yeah. This is kind of where we're at. How is this build looking right now? Oh god, this is so much different compared to my other one, but also at the same time. Yeah, okay. Like, with the Wake of the Warlock, I think it was the DLC is called, we have 5 slots for storage. All the gems here have their own tab. All the purple potions have their own tab. The runes have its own tab. Technically, the purple potions have like a materials that is combined with something else. So there's so much more space in your storage. Just, oh. But okay, let's go. I'm not the one who should. Why? I mean, you know what? No, I don't even need to question why Voodoo just started playing in my head by Godsmack. It was the kind of music I was listening to back in the day when I played Diablo, so... Oh, I don't have my item filter. That's one thing I do kind of feel like I gotta complain about. There's a lot of quality of life stuff that didn't need to be behind that DLC. I was kind of half tempted to use my other character that I've been playing as, but like, no. We started with Midnight Sun, we'll end with Midnight Sun. Okay, I can have 5 of them. they already took out my mercenary? What? Where was my mercenary?
I need mana.
Okay, there's something reviving the... I see him back there.
I need mana.
Oh god, yeah, the Warlock is super broken. But see... Sorry, I feel like the game is way too loud. Here's the thing, though. I have a theory on that. And my theory on why the Warlock plays so brokenly... Look at what Diablo became after Diablo 2. The Warlock was created with the Diablo 3, Diablo 4 mindset. Not the character design that went into the other classes of the early 2000s. Like, I've kept coming across these things lately too, where even psychologists are noticing it. Where, because of how simple and how much games just hand things to the players, the reason why, like, my generation, for instance here, or ourselves, that grew up on, like, Mario, Zelda, like, those games didn't really fucking hold your hand. But they're finding now, like, kids really don't know how to problem solve like we did, and they're contributing a good chunk of it to the way games have gone. All of a sudden, gaming as a kid wasn't as bad as everyone made it out to be, because of the fact that realizing just how much problem solving and stuff we were learning back then. How much patience we were learning. So on and so forth, right? Okay, apparently I need to already go back because fuck having, you know,
We appreciate the folks
my
at Southampton
mercenary for a while.
Long Island, New York, and their customers for supporting our Seaburg 1000 background music station.
And believe me when I say
Thank you for
it
listening
is
to
kind of painful
Seaburg1000.com.
because none of this
Support our
stuff I can
station,
bring
check out our
over
web store on
to
the site. We
that
also
branch.
have an eBay store. Search Seaburg Music Library, Inc.
the bonkers. I mean, Crayon,
Good day.
if I recall, you've enjoyed this kind of like dungeon crawler type game because we were playing Grim Dawn together. You may have said this before, but I can't remember if you played Diablo. And yes, as much as I know, like, later days Blizzard, everyone's up in arms about and shit like that. I really don't care for the newer Diablos. Diablo 2, I got for the fact of childhood. Was this really all? You're fucking kidding me. I did not think the fucking next level was going to be this short. Son of a... I could have had the heart last time. Oh, I feel you need to do. Yeah. Yes and no. Because, I found some stuff out with Diablo. You combined a paladin with a necromancer, and they're gonna steamroll through everything. Because minions have a 4x multiplier on the damage they take, and a paladin has Thorn's Aura. Now, for those wondering what Thorn's Aura is, it takes the damage that is dealt to a person and sends it back to the attacker. You can melt bosses with Thorn's Aura as a necromancer. There is a rune word to give you Thorn's Aura. Okay, so now that we got the heart, now that we found the heart of the matter, if I remember correctly, it is a special flare that I have to find to mix it with. But that's it. Like I was saying, more what I was getting at, I should say, is if you combine with the classes right, it's not hard to not need to do the gear grind. For a second there, I was like, oh shit, there's a tree and coming up behind me, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's the one I resurrected. But yeah, some of the reasons why the Warlock is so fucking busted, which is funny, is it can one-hand any two-handed weapon. But here's the funny thing on that. A lot of the early game stuff with the Barbarian, you could one-hand that was two-handed. Close, yeah, no. What is this? Ooh. We like oranges, or orange yellows. do we have him? Wait, what's our current one? Race Mage, Corpse Explosion, and that's... yeah, it's not worth changing out. I clicked on the portal, not the...
You have found Khalim's heart, and it still bears the courage to face Mephisto. Place it in the Herodric Cube along with Khalim's other relics. The eye, the brain, and the flail.
yeah, it's... okay, it is a special flail. Yes, I'm gonna be doing the same thing I always have done with the items. I'm gonna leave them in the box. Oh, yeah. That doesn't need to be on right now. That's basically our death counter for stationeers. That I quite regularly forget to turn off when I end stream. I don't know, some days I just feel like playing more Stationeers in the evening stream. I try not to, like, double down like that, but some days it's like that. Technically I could sit there and scale that up, but I want experience. The thing I do miss is, and it's essentially because Rise of the Warlock is similar to like Lord of Destruction, like it's a whole new version essentially. They no longer have the old school graphics, which doesn't surprise me because the Warlock doesn't have one. Hey, who's casting meteors? Stop that. No, we're not gonna die. I will not bow. I will not break. Oh, early 2000s slash the 90s were such a simpler time. that's an assassin weapon if I'm not mistaken. Which means it'll sell for shit. Yeah. I will admit though, I've been playing on that branch, like the new branch with that DLC. It feels like it's more difficult playing as a Necro. Feels like loot drops are better, but difficulty has spiked. If that makes sense. And that's why I personally think it's best put as it's a product of modern gaming. Where did all my skeletons go?
I need mana.
Okay, I need to be apparently picking up some mana potions when they're left on the ground. Oh no, that was just health. Greater mana, there we go. There we go. Get our goddamn army back. That was the wrong spell. So, Tull, have you been playing Diablo 2 as well? Like, I know it's on Game Pass, and you can get it on the Xbox. Sadly, I don't. I have the strange feeling crossplay isn't gonna be a thing. So I'm not even gonna play with that idea. You fight for me now. Woo! Piece of candy. Hell Shrine, doesn't really matter. And now, just because I want to, like, play with the other branch does not mean I'm going to throw this character away. Like I said, I think, like I was playing around, I said this last time we were playing, what I might do, just because I do enjoy Diablo so much, is this one we started with Necro, because that was one of my, that was my preferred class. After he dies, set up a wheel. What's my next class going to be? Nah, not interested. Duration 8 seconds. Current level. I'm gonna have to look when I level up. Because my other Necro, because of gear and that, I think I have it at like level 2 and stuff like that. It's so much different because of items I've found. Like, I think my Skeleton Mastery was level 20 when I only had 16 points into it because I had so many plus items. I'm gonna have to look to see if this curse, the duration changes with the levels. I didn't look that closely. I know the AoE of it changes and it increases. But I should have looked at the duration. Because if it does actually last longer, then I really should be putting more points into it. Because it's doubling my minions' damage. Or at least my melee fighter's damage. And, well, when you revive something like a tree, that's also melee. There we go. Everyone gets some health shield going, shall we? Oh no. A ring of firebolt. Well, that's going to be actually quite valuable. So for my Diablo players in chat, what's your preferred class? Not your build, your class. I really couldn't care less about your build. Not because I think your build would suck or anything like that. It's more of the fact of everyone's got their own preference for their build style. Plain and simple. What works for you might not work for me, type thing, right? Let's see. It does increase the duration. Ooh, okay. Right, when I respec, I fucked up and put way too many in those trees. Hey guys, you gonna come through the door? You know you can come through the door, right? Probably the problem is that my rangers have blocked the door. The one thing that I will say is a pain in the butt. I was not trying to revive the bat, but okay. I don't think they get their special effect when I revive them. I don't think they do the Sparky Sparky when they get hit. What is my current gear like? Mastery +2, race skeletons, 3 to mage, 2 to corpse. Okay. We're not gonna go that. We're not gonna go that deep into. The farming. I didn't even realize there was a thing there. Those are actually people? They really do not look the same. And I pushed the right buttons. Hey, Wolf! I've got the wrong spell selected. How you been doing? Sorry, we are playing, well, if you can't tell by the title, Hardcore Diablo. Death is death. We're in we're at the end of Act 3 of 5 acts. To put it in perspective. Stakes are on the line. I am not doing the damage I need. You're locking in, I know. Yep. I mean, this is also a childhood game for me, like... I don't like this. You know when you got that feeling that it's like all of a sudden the balance has changed? Maybe it's because of the fact I've been playing on the other my other character. Like, I wouldn't say I'm steamrolling, like I'm not playing a warlock, but there's definitely that difference in power level. Like, the fact that my guys have to team up so badly. Don't have the output going on, and we already did the respect. That's kind of what... I wouldn't say fucked up my build, but threw the balance off. I wanted the gold, not the... No, 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 no. I mean, I know Tease isn't going to be doing much. Oh god, it's 1 to 4 magic damage, and I'm just tickling him. This does have me thinking. I might have been better to do some like grinding in between, because this is gonna be what, Mephisto? Yeah, Aldi, Ariel, Bale, Mephisto, Diablo, Bale, Lord of Destruction. Yeah. That's not good. That's not good. Can I maybe? Nope. Bye! Bye-bye! Ooh. Of course I would find something like that. Fucking no! Oh! Teleportation fucking ring would pop now.
Diablo and Bale.
Summoning resistance, no. No. How am I best gonna take care of that? What do we got here? Bone armor, clay golem, and flurry to mastery. do I just start fucking locking right in?
What can I do for you?
Right, you got a lot of like last Zack's gear.
Good day.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. Could go the way of the Gamba. Shield attacker takes 20 damage. I need to roll buddy. Well, I'm not necessarily rolling his shop, but I do need to kind of come out here to see if I can't borrow some bodies. Come on, where's all the bodies at? There we go. Hello. Oh, it's an Amazon spear. Can I? Yeah, I didn't think so. I did not think so. That's a 3-socket. If I went in hard enough.
On occasion, we thank our supporters like Southampton Dog of Eastern Long Island, New York, where all of your trusted professional training and care needs are available SouthamptonDog.com. Hi, this is Eric Singer, drummer for Kiss. Listen with me to Seabird1000.com.
Right now, grab that. I'm gonna go sell that.
Greetings.
Summon blood. Now, not really see anything. Yeah, no. Just how fast could I get the attack rate going? Plus 12 attack rate. Plus 15. $30, $49, and then lifesteal on top of that. That'd be a pretty fucking fast javelin. What are the chances I can make him go burr?
Yes.
Five % chance on Frost Nova. Really?
I'll put that to good
Put
use.
that on you. Fuck it, we're going for it.
I'll put that to good use.
Because if that works the way I think it's going to work, he already has a healing aura. He's also going to be attacking way faster. He might be able to pull aggro, and therefore keep the group alive. We'll take that, thank you. And yes, this is one of the things that makes the Warlock so broken is binding. Gaining the bind of demons that are cursed, that give you curse. I honestly can't even tell if they're hurting him now. Okay. Now, jump back.
Good to see you.
Make a very meaty club.
Ridding.
It's the final... Well, it's not quite the final countdown, but you know what I mean. We're on the home stretch of the act. Yeah, I think there's definitely something to be said to what I've done to my mercenary. I'm not gonna say he's unkillable because of the fact of this just like trash mobs, quote unquote. We're on hardcore +8. Everything's scaled for 8 players versus 1 necromancer. And you know, there's times like this where the fucking I didn't get why on the builds they spec so slowly into skeleton mages. And as I've been playing again, I kind of realize now why. They get in the fucking way. Yes, they do some debuffing. However, or I should say they're a good way to add some elemental damage. Give me all the loot. Ooh, that's a that is one of the set pieces. Tall man with a spear. There you go. Now I'm getting involved. Chainmail, huh? Attacker takes 3 damage. Ooh. You do realize, Crown, it's all RNG. Da-da-da-da-da.
I am overburdened.
Come on, where is this door? Come on, you guys, get through the door. There you go. Whew. I didn't even see that just there. Haha, sneak attack! Haha, I've won now, Crayon. What you gonna do about it? Okay, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You know, I am kind of curious to see if I actually have any of the other parts of that set. I have 3 of them. Cut. Wait, is that part of... It is part of that set. Okay. So it was the staff and... I should have a ring somewhere that's part of it. Yeah, right there. Just out of curiosity. That's 10 fire damage, 16% mana regeneration, 16%. Damn. I was already saying before, it's like, it's not a set for the Necromancer, it's a sorcerer set. But still. Bam. I don't like how that lit up like that when I was looking at putting the socketed staff in my inventory. Alright, let's see what we got in here.
Good day.
I'm not making that mistake again. Not that I would be making another rune word in this branch, likely.
Greetings.
17. I think we already have 17%. Did I keep that ring? I did. That ring's just gonna be too handy right now. It's gonna help speed things up so much. Wait a minute. Fuck, the telekinesis, not teleportation. I so fucking misread that. Oh, that's a bunch of gold I'm not gonna get back. Kill Mephisto, okay. I'm gonna jump back real quick and change my ring. As if that was so fucking close. And I think I'm going to keep that in there just to mock myself. Okay. God damn! My build's not... I had a feeling this was going to happen. Is there much of a way that I can
Good day.
turn this around?
Hello.
Not looking like it.
Good day.
Yeah. I gotta move slow. you finish him off real quick? Thank you. Nope, that's not.
Good evening.
Oh god, that was great. I almost... If I would have died out there, I would have had everything with me. Little lies. And that would not be good.
Good evening.
Now, I want the... Put that back all away. Resistance, Practice was saying that they believe that actually affects my minions as well. I find it hard to believe. I mean, that's Mephisto down halfway off the first. So it's not bad. And as many of you guys know, I do this tactic quite often of just pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out. Say what you will, it works. I'm playing hardcore, I don't want to die. That's all there is to it. Okay, okay, maybe it wasn't Mephisto at half. Don't want to have to replace you if I don't have to. Nope, let you come out, heal. I kind of need more mana anyways.
Yes?
Golem Mastery now. Yeah, nothing really there. What do you mean not enough mana?
I Check out our web store on the site. We also have an eBay store. Search Seaberg Music Library, Inc.
Greetings.
Check the staffs he's got. We might find something better for us. Oh, God. No. Guess maybe come down here. That actually sounds like it might be stupid good for him. Because Mephisto is mainly poisoning him. And that's an increase in his hit recovery speed. It just might. Be crazy enough to work.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Oh, and that has him hit cap too for poison resist. Ooh. Ow. Yes, but you won't escape me.
Good journey, Mephisto. Give my regards to the Abyss.
Yay!
I am overburdened.
Ew, that was a bunch of assassin's weapons. The portal to hell! Act 4.
I did as you told me, Tyrael. I found the temple of the Zakarum. In the deepest recesses of the temple, I found a dark gathering. My companion, the Wanderer, Talrasha, and a great evil who could only be the Lord of Hatred himself, Mephisto. I heard a voice there.
Oh, God.
Like 1,000 needles in my heart.
My brothers, at long last we stand reunited. The infernal gate has been prepared, and the time of our final victory is at hand. Let the way to hell be opened. And the evil that was once vanquished shall rise anew. Wrapped in the guise of man, shall he walk amongst the innocent, and terror shall consume they that dwell upon the earth. The skies shall rain fire, and the seas will become as blood.
Right, I can't turn these shield dragons.
Before the wicked, and all creation shall tremble before the burning standards of hell.
What I saw then was not meant for mortal eyes.
The gate stands ready. Now, my young brother, the time has come to assume your true form. Arise, Diablo, Lord of Terror.
Even back in the day, this scene was so fucking cool looking.
You are the harbinger of our return, Diablo. Send forth your terror into hell.
Oh. Alright guys, I gotta go to bed because I gotta get ready for school in the morning. No.
Greetings. The time has come for you to destroy Mephisto's Soul Stone. Take the stone to the Hell Forge. Place it upon the forge, and strike it soundly with the hammer. Only by doing this can you prevent Mephisto from manifesting in this world ever again.
Got it.
It's good to see you again. There's a dark...
This is kind of the part, though, that was kind of a bummer back in the day with Diablo, is... This act is small. I don't know why, but... They didn't have as much on this act. And if you were like me for the longest time, who didn't have Lord of Destruction, it sucked.
What do you need?
What are you buying? What are you selling? Oh. But like, also the enemies here are just...
Hello.
This is the act that usually I die on. actually grab that again. Does that one. Does that one for now. Okay. Do 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 do.
Medic!
Hi, Viking. Got nothing worth that much. Damn it. We have made it into hell itself. Where are the guys at? Get away from... Yeah, I know we're near doing that damage. Skeleton holding up the wall. I would like you there. I mean, I guess that is kind of the next thing as these mercenaries being kind of attacked here. He is more or less guys a chance to trigger the Frost Nova. Okay. And then, of course, let's walk 2 feet and have something else try to kick my head in. Yeah, I do less damage than my army does. This isn't good. Nice thing is, every time I play, I do learn some stuff from each run.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Now watch, this will be the run that I actually beat Diablo. Even though I would say this build is so scuffed at this point.
Not enough mana.
I would also either need to get some really good drops, or
incoming raid.
Nev, you were still alive? What the fuck? Isn't it past your bedtime? Welcome in, Raiders.
New subscription received.
We just hit
Dispensing
Act
gratitude.
4.
Gratitude dispensed.
Can I talk here for a moment? Here. Welcome in, Raiders. We just hit Act 4. We are in hell itself. If you guys are not aware of what Diablo 2 is, it was a PC game back in the early 2000s. I think it came out like 2000. And yeah, this is just a big part of like my childhood, essentially. But welcome in, everyone. How we all doing? Also, Nav, thank you for the Prime. Muchly appreciated. How we all doing? How bad did Nav do at running the beer store? Mind you, it also says he's on Arc Raiders. Did he rage quit the beer store and go to Arc Raiders? there is also quite a bit of lock-in that happens with Diablo. I do apologize. But I mean, we're playing hardcore, scaled for as if there was 8 people playing, like 8 people in a party playing. So the deck's stacked against me, and if I die, it's bye-bye character. That would be something you would do, Darkness. Darkness, I think you missed it. We, like, crawled through Mephisto's fight. We were not doing good on it. Like, I do not think we are long for this run. Welcome back, Nev. It's going alright. Like, I'm feeling like my damage is a little weak right now. But that's because, like, I've mentioned this kind of before, but when I respect a few streams back, I put too many skill points in some other stuff, and you get 1 respect per loop. So right now we're on normal difficulty. Once I beat Act 5, which is Lord of Destruction DLC, then I can go through again on Nightmare difficulty, and I can acquire another respec. And then after that, there's Hell difficulty. Like, this is back in the day when you actually had to, like, think about what you had to do. Till he switched to Arc Raiders. Fair enough. Oh, God, yeah. If I even get that far, Darkness. Last time I got this far, I fell trying to get a couple extra levels before fighting Diablo. Well, I mean, hey, we're not really sitting there farming locations. We're not really, like, we're not doing a lot of the stuff that would kind of really help ourselves. Like, we're not really farming, trying to get our best drops we can from different bosses and stuff like that. We're kind of just rolling with what we get. That's pretty... Yeah. I mean, I don't farm like I probably should. I don't farm. I don't really min-max my builds. Heck, it wasn't until earlier here that I realized that if I put points into my, oh, what the hell's the curse called again? My damage multiplier curse. I didn't notice this before. It actually increases its duration. When I was first looking at its increases, I could have sworn it only increased its range, not its duration. So Nev, when are we gonna get you playing Diablo? Is it bad I almost want to take you hardcore right from the get-go? Just because it's quite literally, you fall, that's game, like it's game over. Mind you, also, if I recall, you were already looking at Paladin when I was talking about the classes. And, well, Paladin has Thorns, and Thorns with Necromancer is broken as fuck. I found out bosses have a 4x multiplier on minions when you're fighting them, and Thorns sends back damage based on the damage taken. So you kind of see where Thorns get broken. With a Summoner, Necromancer, and a Paladin. Yeah, true, Darkness. Any of the, like, summoning classes. Honestly, what they really need to work on fixing is the fucking Warlock. Mind you, part of me wonders if the Warlock is a product of its time. Right now, as it sits, the Warlock is the most overpowered, broken class in Diablo 2. But if you look at even Diablo 3, let alone 4, they kind of got really away from how Diablo felt, and you could get really broken real easily in them, from what I understand. So I'm almost feeling like the Warlock is a product of its time. Go, my minions, go! Actually, start doing some damage to him. Can we get that health bar to move some?
One eternity later.
Oh god, they're bringing in more friends. Good news, guys, we got him halfway! Just blow up some bodies. I need the mana to recharge for it. That did not do much. The fact though that I can have an endurance battle like this, like Jesus Christ. Are we really there yet? Right? Jesus Christ.
Was a fool to have trusted me. You see, it was I who told Diablo and his brothers about the Soul Stones and how to corrupt them. It was I who helped the Prime Evils mastermind their own exile to your world. The plan we set in motion so long ago cannot be stopped by any mortal agency. Hell itself is poised to spill forth into your world like a tidal.
That took too long. Jesus.
You and all your kind are doomed.
Iswal was weak. He squandered his infernal power.
I can believe it. That's it. I never made it that far. I never did the multiple playthroughs, regrettably. Mind you, as a kid, I also didn't play on hardcore. Which is kind of even worse when you think about it. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why one of the things I was watching, they were talking about a whole different way that many people don't think of for building. One of the rune words gives you or your mercenary Thorns Aurora. And putting that on your so giving your mercenary that for your necro. mean, also to be fair, when this one dies, like I was talking about earlier, I did end up picking up the Warlock DLC over the weekend. Between one of the newer DLCs for The Sims 4. I was like, well, if you want to get that, do you mind if I get this? When your inventory is so full, you can't even pick up a gem. Alright, let's go back, guys.
Thank you, Hero, for putting Iswell's tortured spirit.
Oh, that gives me 2. I'm half tempted to bump that up, but my damage is just so fucking low right now with my... Yeah, I'm better off to put it into Mastery. I don't think I can even really... Yeah, I will admit, I do already miss a lot of the quality of life stuff that's over on the other branch. Once again, I had all the money on me. That's smart.
Greetings.
Yeah, no, that's really all that.
What do you need?
Something could be said about some of that armor there, but no. I think one of my biggest issues comes fact that I'm a summoner through and through. My strength comes from my army. Problem is, my army's strength here is not up to snuff. Not like how my other one built. My other one's not. I got real lucky on some drops, and I got almost an extra 5 levels in Skeleton Mastery before I even hit Act 3. So I'm sitting there now, just hitting into Act 3. I think I've got like Skeleton Mastery at like 24 or something like that. We're just like, we're not steamrolling everything, but we're not not nearly struggling as much. Like there's a definite power difference between these two builds. Mind you saying that, just getting those 2 levels where is that goddamn forge? That what it quickly glanced over? I thought you said next to a Balrog. What? Ooh. No, that's going to not great for that. Take an ancestral stone to the Hellforge. Wait. See, this is where I wish I could find my fucking book. Was the Hellforge before the River of Fire or after? Or I should say in. Forked, if I remember right. Hey, that's a.
I can't carry anymore.
You can carry it. It can go right there. Hang on, no other parts of that set. I don't have a hoarding problem. You have a hoarding problem.
What do you need?
Don't need the that. Damn, that. Well, I don't have the space to hold on to it as much as I'd like to get full price. Now, this one. Thank you. This would definitely be where we want to start looking for a lot of fire resist. Saying that, I do have a little bit of fire resist through some charms here.
Yes?
How about you go use your portal, genius? Why are we still running? Why are you running? Come on. Probably not my smartest move, but I want to find this goddamn forge. City of the Damned. A little bit of poison resist, I guess. Not too bad. I love the age-old tactic in gaming of it's a different color, it's a completely different creature. Ooh. That could change things. Or not. I was hoping for a much better head. I also like how the bats are hanging on the ceiling. Like, that's implying that hell has a ceiling. What are you doing? Fall back. Let's do the Diablo crawl. Let's do the Diablo crawl. Hey, what's that? This is not looking good. one to the fence, that's not gonna help me at all. Yeah, I know, Darkness. These fights take a bit. And the problem is Diablo uses Bone Prison, so likelihood is I'm not going to be able to use my tactic of having a GTFO portal ready. Pit Lord. I think I'm gonna drop some levels in the energy. Because yes, I'm starting to have almost too much mana issues. Ah, but if you carry mana pods, I don't need to carry mana pods. They're fucking common as hell. I swear. swear the forge was up here. Ew. It's ethereal. What were you guys guarding up here? Fucking butt kiss. Okay. Okay, I really need to clean up this inventory before next time I play on stream. Because let's face it here. Yes, I'm going to be going over to the other branch once this character inevitably croaks.
What do you need?
But we still need inventory space to work with here. Nothing really there. And nothing really there. Okay. Alright. Before we wrap it up, I'm going to kind of show you guys here. This is the one we've been playing. This is the one that I have over on the with the Warlock branch. That's what I mean by I got fucking lucky. I have 22 in Skeleton Mastery, but I only actually have 18 points into it. Both my wand and the zombie head do a +2. But like, this right here is so nice. 5 tabs in the shared storage. Gems have their own dedicated spot. Your materials have its own dedicated spot. And your runes have their own dedicated spot. And if you have the Horadric Cube in your inventory, it just shows up here for you. There's so much kind of quality of life on this branch. And then you got your loot filters and everything else. Like it's so nice. But that being said, guys, we are going to call it here. We will be back, hopefully, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. EST for who knows what. Till then, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, push all the buttons. Hell, join the Discord. If you haven't yet, we do stream on both Twitch and YouTube, so consider showing us some love on the other side. But we will see you next time. Bye bye.